guys, it's Gretchen and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing yet another piercing video because it seems to be the only thing I know how to do these days. But this was actually a video, someone commented on another video of mine and asked if I would do a video about this piercing, and you know what, sure, why the heck not? I wasn't going to, just because this piercing hasn't been any kind of an issue so far. But what I'm gonna do for today's video is talk all about my MID-HELIX piercing over here on my left ear. It's maybe 2 months old. It's not very old at all. I briefly talked about it recently on the video that I did, talking about all the pain levels for my piercings. So I have some information there, but I guess I'll go a little bit more in detail in this video. But it was done September 15th, 2018. So yeah, I guess it is 2 months old now. Still in the early stages of healing. Cartilage piercings take a long time to heal. They can take up to a year or even longer. I've talked about before how my single one right here took almost 2 years for it to finally heal. And even then I still had a bump until about a few months ago. So it really just depends. But so far, my MID-HELIX has given me almost no problems whatsoever, which is why I wasn't going to do a video at first, just because I was like, not a whole lot to talk about. But like I mentioned in the video talking about the different pain levels, I would say the MID-HELIX was about a 4. And the only reason why I'm ranking it that high is because there was a slight pinch when I had it done. I don't know if that was just the placement, where it is on the ear, or what have you, but it did feel like there was a slight pinch to it, but it wasn't anything bad, and it subsided after a few minutes. Also, like I mentioned in that video, so far the healing has been like a 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, just because I haven't developed a bump, knock on wood. Watch me develop something now. And it's only been crusty a few times. I will say about this piercing, originally the piercer who did it was only going to do it at an 18 gauge, which is not something I'm used to with any of my ear piercings. They've all been 16 except for my conch, which is 14. And so he was originally going to do it at an 18. And so then when I found that out, I was like, no, I want them all to be the same. I want them all to be 16. Can you do that? He's like, sure, that's no problem. And also at that same time, I was like, also while you're at it, can we put titanium in as my initial jewelry? He's like, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's gonna be more expensive. I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I know titanium works with my body. I know my body reacts well to it. Just go ahead and do it. So that's what we did. So that was a little different, I guess, about this piercing, was that it originally was only gonna be an 18 gauge, but I asked and I was like, yo, the rest of them are 16. Can we make sure that that's 16 as well? If you're thinking about getting any kind of a piercing, make sure that you talk and communicate with your piercer. You don't have to always be like, oh, well, that's what they always do. That's the standard. If you want a different kind of jewelry, like material or piece, you can ask. You know, what's the worst they're gonna say? No? Don't be afraid to ask. It is your body. You're paying for that. Ask. Voice your concerns. You'll be happy that you did, believe me. So as far as the MID-HELIX goes, they kind of vary based on the anatomy of your ear. You know, my ear is different than my mom's ear, who also got a MID-HELIX done at the same time that I did. Hers sits a little bit higher than mine, because if you look closely, mine sits like in the groove. There's like a groove in my ear, and I'll do an up close of it so that you can see, but it sits like right at the top of the groove, whereas my mom's groove might be a little bit higher, and that's why hers was placed higher, or she just liked the look of it being higher. The MID-HELIX can really be anywhere or right along in here. I just liked how it kind of was sitting right horizontal with my tragus. I thought that looked good. And also, like I mentioned, this piercing is only 2 months old. 2 months and give or take some days. It is still healing. It'll be healing for the next 10 months, you know, maybe more. All of a sudden I may develop a bump out of nowhere. I hope I don't, but you never know. It could just happen. Piercings reject all the time after, you know, years of being part of your body. It just depends on how your body is dealing with things. So yes, it's still healing. Have I had any problems with it? No. There has been the occasional like excretion of some kind of liquid, and usually that happens if I lay on it for too long. You should not lay on a new piercing. You shouldn't. Do I follow that advice always? No, because I like to toss and turn in my sleep apparently. But I have found that if I end up laying on it for long periods of time, then I get some kind of oozing, but it's not like horrific, like, oh my gosh, it's infected. It's just more of like, kind of pushed on it and it's not happy. But really, it's been nothing. Like, there are no stories to go along with this. I haven't had any kind of like blood blisters like on my tragus, or any horrific bumps like on my dock, or just, you know, swelling like on my double helix. It's been nothing. Really, it's been nothing. Knock on wood. Please don't let all of a sudden something happen to it. But yeah, so that is my mid-helix. If you yourself are interested in a mid-helix, definitely look at the anatomy of your ear and just see how well it would fit. I will show y'all a close-up, what I mean by like in the groove area. So you can see how it starts to like flare out here. And it's like situated right when it starts to flare out. That's what I mean by in the groove. So I'm sorry I can't really give you too much about, you know, my mid-helix piercing. It really was nothing. It hasn't caused any problems for me. It hardly hurt when I got it done. It was just a cute little addition to the rest of my jewelry, my piercings. So I don't know, I like it. I think it's cute. But that is it for this video about my mid-helix piercing. If you guys have any piercing videos or any video suggestions that you would like to see from me, you can leave them in the comments below. I also have the community side of my channel set up now, so that's pretty snazzy. So I may make posts there every so often. But yeah, so if you've got any ideas or suggestions or requests, leave them below. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider giving it a big old thumbs up. Go on down there and hit that subscribe button wherever it may be, because I don't know where it is, even though I do. This is just my shtick now. Also hit that notification bell in case you want to know when I upload, and in case YouTube wants to let you know when I upload, because I would appreciate it. And until next time, bye guys!